Hello, welcome to HTML Lesson 3. Today we are going to talk about basic links. And we need basic links because our web page cannot do everything. And so when we need to link ourselves to another web page, we need to use a specific tag. Now, how do we actually use links, and how do links actually work? So a link is commonly referred to as a hyperlink. And hyperlinks are going to point to another hypertext file. Hypertext files are what we are creating. We are creating hypertext files, if you have not realized, because we are using hypertext markup language, otherwise known as HTML. Now, there is a set of rules that actually dictate how our hypertext markup files are going to be sent around, and that is known as HTTP, or Hypertext Transfer Protocol. There's also Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, which uses various security measures to actually make the web server more safe. However, most times HTTP is going to be used on a lot of simple websites. Hyperlinks often use HTTP to provide a gateway to another hypertext file, which in our cases is just going to be another web page. So on a normal web page, you're going to have a couple links, and you can actually click on those links and they will take you to other web pages using Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Now, there could be multiple links on this web page. You can click on both of them. Some links will take you to a new window, and some will open up in the same window that you are currently on. And that is determined by the way that you have actually semantically used the link tag. But the basic syntax is this. So we have our opening anchor tag, which just all the anchor tag does is points to another part of the file or another web file itself. Then we have our hyperreference attribute here, which is it says equal in quotes to the URL that leads to another page. Now, if you didn't know, URL stands for Universal Resource Locator, and that is the address of our web page that we are trying to access. So we need to have a locator for that address. So that's all in the opening tag here. After the opening tag, we're actually going to put the visible text that if you click on it will take you to that link. So you don't actually see this part. You see only the part in between this opening tag and this closing anchor tag here. So it's a pretty simple tag, but it can get a lot more useful if you start to do some of the more advanced features, which we are not covering in this video, but in a future video we will cover. So for an example, all we have here is just our anchor tag and then our hyperreference to HTTP www.w3schools, which is a great website if you want to learn HTML on your own, and has some really cool features on there. So as you can see, we have our hyperreference here, and then our text that should just show W3Schools, that if we click on it, it should take us to that link. So the result would be like this, and if you clicked on this text right here, it would take you to this website right here that I put as my hyperreference. Right now it's purple, and that is because I clicked on it. Most of the time it's going to show up as blue before you click on it. So that's really all there is to basic links. However, in the future we'll do a video on how you can actually use images instead of text as which you can click on, as well as how you can get it to open into a new window as opposed to the window that you are already in, so that you open up a new tab rather than, closing out what you're doing right then. So in summary, hyperlinks provide a gateway between web pages. They use Hypertext Transfer Protocol to actually transfer us between hypertext files. And then we talked about the simple link syntax for use getting us to other web pages. So in the future, look for the more advanced link video that we will be talking about. But for now, that should get you started and get you going on using links on your website. So thank you, and looking forward to another video.